Welcome, welcome, everyone. I am LaDonna McAbee, your host at Networking Expert. And I am so thrilled to have the most clever and bravest woman that I know that has struggled through illnesses. And I'm so excited she is with us today, Tonya Tyus Parker. This interview is going to be extreme. Welcome, Tonya. Welcome.
Thank you, LaDonna. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Absolutely. And I always want to honor women to the fullest. And I know that you have been fighting and battling an illness, and you are in the recovery stage, and you're coming back in a flash, ready to explore the world once again from the stage to the virtual platform. And how exciting is that?
It's very exciting. Very exciting and very motivating because it gets me out of the bed in the morning with something that I love to do. So
Absolutely.
it's at this time in my life, it's critically important that I get up with a and not lay in the bed all day. I could be really depressed. But that's not me. That's just not me.
Get up, get dressed, and explore the world. Move mountains if you need to. And surround yourself with positive, wonderful people that's going to lift you up when you want to be depressed or go back for a nap or whatever it is. And we can say, no, we have so many things to do and so much to give. Because women
Yes.
like you and I, Tonya, we love to give, right?
Yes, been serving people my whole life. When I stopped and looked at it, this started when I was a little girl. When I was in Cleveland as a little girl, I was able to um, serve people in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, I think, I have looked back on my life. You're right. And I have discovered that I have been giving and learning and teaching, marketing, teaching others how to do their business, build their business my whole life, even when I was 7 and 8 years old.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
remember back in time, back as my grandchildren say, in the dinosaurs years, Mama,
Yeah,
in the dinosaur years, Mama. So things have changed. And that's why you have came from in person to virtual,
hmm.
right?
And I love the virtual aspect because it makes it that no matter what my condition is, I can still be involved.
Yes.
Entrepreneurs, we've been doing Zoom since 2017, 2016, right after Skype fell by the wayside. But it's made it so no matter what was going on in my life, I can still participate. I can still stay connected. And don't get me wrong, I love live events. I absolutely love them. But right now in my life, it's just not feasible.
Yes. And the power of being virtual is that I will tell people I have virtual friends all over the world.
Yes,
I
yes.
truly do. I mean, from places I never dreamed that I could meet people.
Because when did a conference in the UK, that was absolutely the most exciting thing that I had done. I couldn't believe that I was on the plane going to England. It was great. It was just great. And I met so many people.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Tonya, tell me, what is it that you told me what you loved about your business since we've started this interview? But what do you love giving to others? What is it that you truly love to give?
I love to give my 30 years of experience. I don't like to see entrepreneurs make the same mistakes that I did. It's okay to fall, but you want to fall forward.
Yes,
I don't want them to have to fall without learning the lesson. And if I can prevent that fall, I will. I
absolutely,
will. And so
absolutely.
that is what I love, is to pass the knowledge on to
Yes,
someone who's willing to be a continual learner.
absolutely. And guiding. I love guiding others. And it's the same reason as you do, is that if I see someone doing something that I have tried in the past, or someone that I know has tried in the past and it didn't work, or they critiqued it and it did work, I'm
Hmm.
always the first cheerleader on their side to say, let's look at this together
I know, I love that.
and see how maybe you can do it a little different, because I've seen this picture before and I don't want to see what happens next. And like you said, falling forward is the best way. But you know what? If one of our people does fall, I am one of the first ones there to pick them up also. Dust
Yep.
them off and tell them, we're not stopping, we're not quitting. We are strong entrepreneurs and we will keep moving on. We'll pivot, we'll make that change, but we
And
will continue.
and that's why my topic, resilience for entrepreneurs, is such an important thing for them to know. As entrepreneurs, we have to be resilient. Even though, times are tough, we're going to go through certain things. We really still have to be able to get back up and pick things up and
Yes,
recover quickly from setbacks and challenges and failures. You have to maintain a positive attitude. Um, my mentor used to say, "Okay, you got one day to brood over this, and I'll call you tomorrow. Let's get going."
yes. Let's get going.
So,
Yes.
mhm, let's
Let
get
the
party
past
started.
be the past and let's move on forward to the next day, the next step, the next mountain, whatever it may be.
Yep, keep
So,
following your goals.
yes, keep those goals. If you don't make it by a certain date, you just reset the date.
Yep, exactly. You don't
Just
cancel the
reset the
plan.
date.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop. You don't say, I give up. No, we just reset the date. And when you brought up goals, one of the things I love to teach people and guide people in is resetting those dates. But also, a goal is a goal. So if
Mm-hmm.
you set a goal that you're going to sell 100 pink pencils and you only sell 99, we will still celebrate, because I guarantee you, if you would not have set that goal, you would not sold those 99 pink.
And right, exactly,
And
exactly.
then together we will go find someone to buy that one last pencil to make that 100, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
What team players do. And I strongly, really believe entrepreneurs, Tonya, are some of the toughest people in the world. I mean,
And
we've done it
and
all.
and some of the most creative people in the world. We
Absolutely.
have to think outside of the box. There
Always.
is no box to put us in. There just isn't, because we have all kind of diversities that come up that we have to navigate. And so thinking outside of the box is why we're entrepreneurs to begin with.
Yeah.
Most of us spent our lives fitting in that box, or like I said, fitting in that cubicle. And now we're free to create our own box, to create our own atmosphere, to create our own space. And so we really want to take advantage of that. And the
Yeah.
creativity allows us to be ourselves genuinely.
Yes. Being authentic. I really don't like it when someone says, you must remember the factor of they must know you, love you, and trust you. And I get it. We must have that in today's world. And we keep beating it down, but it's the truth. It's not like it was many years ago where the door rang and it was your Avon lady and you would look at the book and buy. Or it was the vacuum cleaner salesman or the cookie, Girl Scout cookies. And you know what? It's not that way anymore. It's, I want to know you. Where are you from? Are you from my neighborhood? Are you from my state, my world, my US? Whatever it is, I want to know. I want to know if you're about your spouse, your kids, your grandkids. What area in Texas do you live?
Mm-hmm.
They want to like me too. They want to like me. They want to have something in common with me. And then they want to know they trust me. And what is your bit of advice that you can give on how to build trust with someone on social media?
Well, I look at it a little differently. I like to build influence with people. As a little girl, influence, people say, oh no, that's forcing someone to do something they don't want to do, and that's a bad thing. But no, it's not. It's not any longer. We influence all kinds of people in our lives in a good way. We
Yes,
can motivate and influence people to do and grow and be. And so getting out there and being visible and offering some kind of value to that person's life, whether it be in supporting them, whether it be just in being you and letting them come and talk to you about certain things, is valuable to some people. And doing it consistently,
yes,
being there consistently when they need you. And that is the key to influence and trust.
yes.
Because you don't get to trust anybody that you only see once a year.
That's right. And people want to know you are going to be there, like you said. Not
Hmm.
just your clients, not just
Right,
your customers, but people want to know if they message you, you're going to message them back.
right.
Or, you know what, as I say, God forbid if someone, calls you on your cell phone, you want to make sure you pick it up.
Hmm.
Because there are certain people that will call you and make sure that you are a real person and
Yes,
not a
yes.
robot. Because we have so many robots in our society now. They don't know who's human and who's not. That's what I have figured out, Tonya. And it's amazing when people will say, I want to get to know you because I see you everywhere. I Googled you, you're there. For pages and pages, you are there. I go to Facebook, you're there. I go to Instagram, you're there. I go to LinkedIn, you're there. And you're there several times a day. You don't skip anything. Consistency. That's what they're saying. And then entrepreneurs will say, I want to be like you. And I'll say, well, you can't be me. You can be like me. You can do things like me, but no one can be me.
Be-
I only made one of me. But I can show you, I can guide you, and I will be your favorite cheerleader. Whatever you're building, whatever you're wanting to do, we can get there together because we all get on the struggle bus and
Oh
we
yeah.
all get
Oh
off the
yeah.
struggle bus.
Like you say, life happens. It
Yes,
really does.
it just keeps throwing those curveballs, Tonya. And sometimes I have to look up and say, God, can you please move that cloud over to someone else just for a short time? I need a break. But you know what? I know when it's my turn to get the break, I will get the break.
Hmm.
But as long as I have my people around me, and when I say my people, I mean my people, my powerhouse people that, like Tonya, she's going to build me up. She's going to tell me I'm doing a good job, a great job. Uh, One of my dear, dear Zoom virtual friends, she made a comment today and she said, I'm running around appointment after appointment, but I still don't feel like I'm doing enough. And the first thing I commented back to her, you're always doing up and above. Breathe and keep smiling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
sometimes it just takes a word or two to change a mindset.
Exactly. And we all get there. We all go there.
Yes, especially as entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
but not just entrepreneurs, business owners, people that work in that cubicle, every parent, every spouse, every human being. I bet you even the robots out there sometimes Tanya gets in a frenzy.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
So it has been great on this interview, just learning more about Tanya and what Tanya does to help others. And I would like to ask you if there's one thing that you want to leave this interview for people to remember who you are, what you're about, and how you can help them, what would that be?
The one thing I think that would be that I've learned and that I want people to remember me about is the fact that everything I've been through since 2017 is that I've learned to be resilient. I've learned to roll with the punches. I've learned that cancer's not going to take me out of here. It might have to keep up with me, but it's not going to take me out of here before I'm ready and before I'm tired.
That's right. That is the attitude, the mindset that we all need to live by, people, every one of us. I always tell people life is going to throw us those curveballs over and over again. And even when we don't know how we're going to get through, we will get through. But it's not about what you're going through. Think about how you're going to react to it. Because that's what really matters is our reactions. How are we going to react? Are we going to act like, okay, I'm going to bed until this passes over? Are we going to smile and say, you know what, somebody else is having a lot worse than I am today?
Exactly.
Are we going to smile and say, you know what, I've got this? That is how you react.
Yep. And that's the only thing you can control is your reaction.
And I learned that the hard way, people. This is not the 30-year-old LaDonna that is talking today. I've learned a lot over the years. I've reacted like a fool at times. I've reacted in sadness at times. I've yelled, I've screamed, and you know what? It got me nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just smile and say, okay, family, we got this. We got this. Just like everything, we got this as a family, if it's a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a business thing, I react with my brothers and sisters out there that are entrepreneurs on their own business. So, yes.
Learning to put things in perspective. Because walking into an infusion center, when I'm going there to get a shot in my belly, there are other people there laying in beds and who can't move, who've lost all their hair. And there's always something to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
You just gotta look for it.
Yes. That was beautiful, Tonya. And I don't think you could have left this audience with anything extra because I think you've laid it all out there for us. And I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. Tonya Tyus Parker with Legendary Events. Have a beautiful day, and we will see you next time.